Denzel Bowles. Right now, he's unstoppable. Denzel Bowles can clean up the mess. Just Denzel standing up to this test of emotion. And look at Alvin Patrimonio. Look at the captain. B-Bag is the PBA Commissioner's Cup champions.
It's still built on the dramatic finish. That championship finish highlighted by two gut-wrenching free throws by Denzel Bowles. Yan pa rin yung hindi makalimutan ng San Mig Coffee fans. And with those cherished memories, they're ecstatic to see Denzel Bowles back in the Philippines. And now, in a San Mig Coffee uniform, and he's going to face a taller man in Bruno Shundov ng Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Set to be a relevant night dito sa Mall of Asia Arena as we welcome all of you to PBA Friday live on Active. Nico Halili with Jason Webb. And Jason, I talked to Denzel earlier and he knows that, you know, the fans talagang kinukulit siya, tinitweet siya halos araw-araw asking him to return, and just like General Douglas MacArthur, he has returned.
And when you have a lineup na nag-champion, gaya na nangyari sa kanila noong huling last year, you want to have as many pieces of that lineup back. And that's why Denzel Bowles, now that he's healthy, now that he's available, the most logical thing to happen is babalik itong si Denzel Bowles.
Now, Denzel comes in. Siyempre, yung kanyang resume is really built on that performance. I mean, primarily, yung Game 7 na yan. Yan yung nasa memories ng mga tao.
It was the last impression, the last time that they saw him, and what monster numbers naman ang pinakita ni Denzel Bowles. 39 points, 21 rebounds, free throws to take the game into overtime, dominate the game in overtime, and bring the championship to the then B-Meg Yamatos.
Let's send you over to Jessica Mendoza.
Nico, si Denzel Bowles dumating dito sa Pilipinas ng Sunday at 5 a.m., dumiretso sa practice ng 7 a.m. at tumuloy na rin sa Subic para sa team building ng SMC that same day. And the way he was talking, parang walang kapagod-pagod sa katawan itong si Bowles, no? Very excited to be reunited with his former team. And he admitted na he's still kind of getting back from his MCL injury, pero nadadala raw siya sa taas ng kumbiyansa ng mga teammates sa kanya. So he's not worried. He said he doesn't believe in pressure, he doesn't believe in overthinking, and he's just looking forward to playing solid basketball, guys.
I mean, you look at Denzel's face, and he is just the happiness is just oozing out of his eyeballs. I mean, he's just so ecstatic and excited to be here. But yung excitement niya might be tempered by the fact na katapat niya, Jason, is somebody who's 7 foot 3 inches tall.
Bruno Shundov, kanina nagkita sila doon sa gitna in the middle of the court. Denzel Bowles and Bruno Shundov tumingala si Denzel Bowles. He is that bit much bigger than Denzel Bowles, but it's not all about height. Given ito si Bruno Shundov had 25 and 17 through this conference so far, but syempre meron siya mga positives tsaka meron rin siya mga negative. Maganda yung he's a solid post player. He's got a nice touch. Of course, yung very tall. Napakaganda nun. Very tall yung strength niya. But the weakness is, you know, some people might say it's a bit slow of foot. And one thing that also hinahanap rin, you know, when you're that tall, you want to be able to throw your weight around, but we haven't seen that so much with him.
Coach Tim Cohn, I'm sure, despite the very serious facial expression, very happy to have Denzel back in his starting lineup.
Much better than their previous import. Their previous import did not leave a good impression.
So I'm very sure, you know, ang dami kasing dahilan for fans of both teams to be excited for this game. You have the return of Denzel Bowles, you have the match between Bowles and Shundov, and you have San Mig Coffee against Rain or Shine.
Para sa San Mig Coffee, you're happy to get Denzel Bowles, but you're not that happy to be seeing Rain or Shine. Rain or Shine has had their number the last two series.
May agimat eh.
Yes, the last two series that they've had.
Ingris lost it. So Paul Lee kasama si J.R. Quinyan, Bruno Shundov, Chito Jaime, Jairo Ibanez on the starting lineup of Rain or Shine.
one guy that seems to be happy to be seeing rain or shine again. Mark Baroka, he played an excellent series against rain or shine, guarding that man right there.
Here's Baroka. The Pingris attacks. An offensive foul against Jean-Marc Pingris.
So Coach Tim Cole, what you want to see is some nice ball movement from your players to get them back into the groove of things, get them to trust the system once again. Right now, they really struggled in terms of scoring. Pwede mo sabihin, dahilan ito dun sa yung import nila nagsimula sila. But all in all, you just want to see that ball moving around once again.
Here's Jaime. Jaime fires and misses. Rebound para kay Denzel Bowles. Wesley Gonzalez swings it over to Pingris. 13 to shoot para sa Sandy Coffee. Bowles fires and misses. So new shot clock para sa Sandy Coffee. Do you believe Denzel when he says, and several people have asked him, na kung nararamdaman ba sa pressure? He says, no pressure. Do you believe it?
I think it's more excitement right now to be coming back. And as you know, that shot should have counted anyway. But going back to that, I think with Denzel coming in late, that their team was already in a hole. Mas ano pa nga mas nawala yung pressure sa kanya. Dahil, kumbaga, savior na yung dating niya. So it's more of excitement. And when you see Denzel Bowles, it seems like this place is the location in which he had the most fun playing basketball.
First personal against Denzel. Ito yung first game pa lang niya. Katapat niya kagad si Shundov, who's so much taller than him.
And you saw it right there when they posted up. Hanggang baba lang si
Baba lang? Elite naman.
Ikaw hanggang saan?
Bewang, medyas. Kanina ka papunta dito. Hindi nga ako, tumigil ako sa paglakad ko
Baka matapakan ka.
Baka tumabi ako Pinayaan ko muna sa
Good tap on the part of Mark Pingris.
Yep. I think Sammy Coffey is the best at doing that. Kasi si Ribis andyan din Meantime, here's Baroka, and the ball goes out and will stay with Sammy Coffey. We're actually still trying to get over that first game. What a finish.
What a finish.
Between Barako Bull and Air 21.
And that Barako Bull is working for these players. Bad foul on the part of Jairo. No point in actually pulling him down. Parang talaga umiinom sila nung Barako Bull. Sa huli sila nananalo Napapagod yung kalaban
May finishing kick sila That was a 17-0 run in that critical fourth quarter, allowing Barako to score another come from behind win, this time against Air 21. And a turnover against Sandy Coffey. Ball na kay Jaire to Chito. Chito against Wesley Gonzalez. Over to J.R. Kinyahan. He's having problems with the ball. It will go out. It will go to Sandy Coffey.
Early change on the part of Coach Yang Yao, getting Jaire out. You look at his 5 on the floor. There's not really a lot of cohesion in what they're trying to do at the moment.
But isn't it nasa rain or shine? Yung cohesion is something that is almost, I guess for Yang Yao, I don't care who the 5 on the floor is. May cohesion dapat kayo.
Basta ikot niyo yung bola, basta tumakbo kayo, basta you play with energy. And 3 of 3 at the moment, non-existent for them.
Nice swipe by Chito Jaime. Bola babalik sa rain or shine. And down by 1 point. In the early moments of the opening quarter.
And if you're Sandy Coffey, you've struggled so far this conference, this is an opportunity. 3 minutes gone by, hindi pa nakakashoot ng marami. Ito, rain or shine. First field goal only para sa rain or shine that Paul Lee 3.
So now, Sandy Coffey down by 2. Over 3 minutes having gone by in the opening period. Fingers on the left side. James Yap is in motion, but the ball goes to Denzel Bowles. Here's Wesley. Pulling up. Long way off.
Not a good shot on part of Wesley Gonzalez. You move the ball around. I mean, what you want to get if you're Wesley is to get the ball with your feet on the floor, not something coming off the dribble, especially from 3-point range.
This volley, kick out pass, it ends up with Shundog. Shot clock down 2-8. Ryan Aranya coming off the bench. Aranya attacks and misses, pero meron siyang dalawang free throws. Foul on James Yap, kanyang unang personal foul. That will be the second team foul against Sandy Coffee.
Here, Ryan Arana's a funny guy.
Kuwela. Kuwela tong si Ryan. May nagtanong sa akin kagabi sa Twitter, sino ba yung mga magulang na player? Ako hindi ko alam pero tanong natin si Ryan Aranya. Sumagot naman siya. Hindi ko rin alam tanong natin si Chris Chu.
Of course, Ryan Araya would not know anything about that.
Ay, gano'n. Wala. Here's Denzel.
Big problem para sa Rainer side for Sandy Coffee, Nico. Still having problems scoring. Only one field goal to show so far.
Fundog lost the ball and a duty foul in the backcourt for JR Kinyan. You know, you said that itong Sandy Coffee parang naghahanap ng coaching organization dito. Could it be na naninibago din sila that Denzel is their import now?
Well, in a way, but it also, you know, the good thing with Denzel coming back is kilala niya yung mga player. Plus, he had the benefit of a nice 5-day break before heading into this game.
It's not
For
like,
full practice.
it's not like pagbaba ng aeroplano, which happens to a lot of
A lot of imports, isang tulog lang.
Wala pa tulog yun. Jet lag pa yun.
Kaya alam mo naman, wala namang mga unlimited height na import na kaasya sa aeroplano. Miski first class pa yan. Ang hahaba ng mga yan.
I've never experienced the problem. Here's Hyman! Oh. It's throw nga sa akin. Parang Christmas sa akin. Here's Fingers. And Denzel is hammered. You think Extra Rice is ready for Denzel tonight? Probably ready for anybody.
They're ready for anybody, but you know, the thing is, you can see already the difference. Kita mo si Denzel Bowles dito. There is an air of excitement pag nahahawakan niya yung bola, not only with the fans, with the coaching staff as well as the players, because they know that good things happen when Denzel has the basketball.
Of course, kanina we showed the very handsome face of the founding father of free throws, Richard Galosario. That's his #1 student, Denzel Bowles.
As evidenced by what the last two free throws.
The two free throws to send Game 7 to overtime. 200% of the credit goes to Richard. 200% of the commission goes to me.
Figured.
Shundog rather. And that's what makes Shundog a very intriguing import. You know, because he's not your typical post-up player.
At saka pag umikot siya, 99% of the time.
Follow-up put-back slam by Denzel.
Denzel Bowles right now, I think the Sunmake Coffee Mixers fans, they're already getting ready for the next game, the ones that are not here, because yun nga sinasabi, there's an air of excitement pag si Bowles yung import nila.
His fingers, we're tied at 7. And that shot won't drop, pero may 2 free throws si Ping. Kinyan tagged with the foul.
Hey, box out! No! You don't box out this guy, bad things will happen to your team.
First free throw goes in for Fingers. And you know, Richard said that with Denzel, there was a little concern dahil matagal siya hindi naglaro. But then he's in shape. He stayed in shape kahit nung naghihintay siya for the opportunity to come back. And by all accounts, seems to be an even better player now compared to the last time he was here.
Well, it might be a little early, Miko, but I remember seeing him in the summer league when he was with, I believe, the Hornets. And he looked good. I thought he was going to get a contract when he was there. Tapos nakat siya, laro siya sa China. So yeah, let's see. I think a good benchmark will be how he plays come the third. Well, because that's when you feel maramdaman yung pagod mo. Pag naglaro ka na, tapos nagpahinga ka.
At saka nawala ni adrenaline.
Yes.
Adrenaline wears off. We're tied up at 9-all. Time out muna tayo dito sa opening quarter. We're more than halfway done dito sa opening quarter. We welcome all of you to our PBA Friday presentation. This is Basketball by the Bay, live from the Mall of Asia Arena. It is rain or shine against San Mig Coffee, and I send you back to Miss Jessica Mendoza.
You know, Miko, despite all the hype over Denzel Bowles, despite Coach Yang's worries over the matchup, sabi ni Bruno Sundov, hindi naman daw siya nag-aalala. He feels that he can take it on. Si Denzel daw is just another opponent to him at humuhugot na lang siya ng inspiration from his teammates who says he totally embraced him, and the presence of his wife and 2 kids who are here today. They arrived during his birthday and he feels more comfortable that they're here with him.
The family is in attendance to support Daddy Bruno.
And when you said the family over, you know that you're making a commitment to that import. And, pag nakikita naman natin si Shundok, may tira. He seems to be complete. It just, but sometimes there's a misconception that maaaring malambot siya.
Why, do you feel malambot siya?
Well, he hasn't shown us otherwise that he's a guy that is going to actually bang and really throw his weight around. But not to worry, there's a lot of players out there in rain or shine that can actually throw their weight around anyway.
Sino?
Anong gusto mong weight?
Weight class? Lahat ng division. If let's say gusto natin makita, susukatin natin yung bang pagka-aggressive ni Shundo. He's up against Yancy De Ocampo now. That's a guy na titignan kung ano yung kaya ni Shundo kung magtutulakan sa ilalim. Meantime, 2 free throws for James Yap. Belga tinawagan ng kanyang first personal foul. Bruno Shundov celebrated his birthday a while back, and there's the Shundov family. Balita ko kasing tangkad ko na yung bata eh.
3 years old.
Oo. Steal by Bowles. Here's Baroka. Nice move against Paul Lee.
He has that comfort level against the ball.
Parang alam na niya yung kaya niyang gawin against Paul Lee.
And you have to think that he's still working on the confidence na nakuha niya ng semifinals ng last conference.
First appearance for Gabe Norwood tonight. But he misses his first shot. Baroka. Entry pass para kay Yancy. 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Big pass para kay Pingvis. Then to shoot for Sandy Coffee. Denzel to James. James step back. It's good.
James Yap has had some good first quarters in this conference. And it's another good first quarter for him already with 8 points.
Belga to Norwood. You see, foul on Yancy De Ocampo because he's already engaging Shundov in hand-to-hand combat.
Speaking of guys that have had to deal with hand-to-hand combat, maraming babantay kay James Yap, but he has found a way to score so far here in the first.
Shot clock reads 6 and Belga fires the 3. In and out. Good effort by Shundov. Better pass para kay Aranya, but he missed the layup.
He's had good 2 passes already para kay Shundov. That one didn't go in. But you look at really the size, pag tinapik niya yung bola, talagang, it can go his way.
Baroka. Shooting over Shundov. And it goes straight to Belga. Here's Paul Lee. Spins. Nice move, but couldn't get the shot. So with 2:51 remaining dito sa opening quarter, bola muli ng Sammy Coffee.
Could help on the part of Mark Pingris to be able to close that direction. Denzel Bowles, pag pinasa mo yung bola sa kanya doon sa gitna, is a legitimate threat downstairs. And that's what he gives them. That's why they're scoring better in today's game.
And every time Sammy Coffee plays rain or shine, we always have to mention sino yung mga potential James Yap stoppers.
Yeah, they're all there. They have different stoppers. You have Jaire, you have Ryan, and each one of them poses a different problem para kay James Yap. They started already with Jaire. Nakita na natin, binantayan na rin siya ni Ryan Aranya. Gabe Norwood is on his way, and even Ronnie Matias at times is also the one that guards James Yap. Very difficult for him to be actually having to change his offense along the way, or at least the perception of what defense is coming his way.
Jessica, what's your story on James?
Well, Miko, sabi ni James na this time around, mas handa na raw siya sa physical game na hatid ng rain or shine. Sabi niya, of course, he's gonna take the opportunity to take shots when he sees them, pero ang goal niya daw is to exhibit better court vision, to make better decisions, at tulungan ng mga teammates niya to find those opportunities for those open shots, guys.
Salamat, Jessica. Meantime, here's Shundov. Interception by Denzel Bowles. Joe Vance is now in the ball game for Sammy Coffee. Good pass for PJ Simon. Simon could be shadowed by Norwood. Then to shoot for Coffee Mixers. Denzel against Big Bo Belga. Denzel goes in, shoots, misses. This true also in the game for the first time, this time for rain or shine. Spin by Belga, nice fake.
He is big, ang laki ni Bo Belga, but then one thing that you have to admire with him, maganda yung footwork niya kahit na gano'n siya kalaki. Kita mo, nakapigil pa rin siya ng gano'n-gano'n lang.
Under 2 minutes na natitira sa opening quarter. PJ Simon over to Denzel Bowles. Back to PJ. Another foul on Yancy Leo Campo, second personal. Alex Malyari making his first appearance tonight. He's getting the bounce.
I was actually looking kung sinong San Miguel Coffee player ang tatapik ng bola, and then I realized neither Mark Pingris or Rafi Ribes was on the court.
So walang gagawa nun.
Walang tagagawa nun.
Malyari will score.
Alex right now, the new entity for this rain or shine squad was not there. The 2 times na naglaban sila on the part of Alex Malyari. Just a good job on his part to continually move without the basketball, at nahanap naman siya ng kanyang kakampi.
You get a feeling that the Malyari cannot complete the 3-point play. The team is fascinated with the potential of Malyari.
When you see Coach Tim Cole, and you see teams that have that triangle offense, remember before when Coach Phil Jackson was actually asked, ano ang player na gusto mo? Sabi niya, gusto ko lahat ng player, 6'6", mahaba, and right about that area. And if you put that in Philippine terms, that's about Alex Malyari at this point. A little shorter than 6'6", but an athlete, can dribble the ball, can do most everything.
Back-to-back misses for Jervy. Here's PJ on the right side. 20 seconds on natitira in the opening quarter. Ball ends up with James Yap against Aranya. Double team on James. He still gets the ball. Shot clock down to 7. Steal by Aranya. Here's Ryan. All the way. No. Oh, tip it goes in. For Jervy Cruz. 4 seconds remaining here. We're all tied up. Malyari
There's a note.
That ends the opening quarter. Tabla tayo at 17 all. This is the return of Monster Bowls. Sandy Coffee fans, sobra silang nasabik nung nalamang pabalik na ng Pilipinas si Denzel, and he was going to play for their team again, and then they could aspire to dominate again. And so far dito, we're all tied up at 17. We'll be back with the second quarter. Dito sa Active.
Hindi ko naman ginandahan eh.
Ano ba yung
Lahat sa akin yun eh.
sa'yo ba lahat?
Lugar ko yung lahat eh.
Territory mo ba yan?
Piti mo na maganda.
Dapat ikaw magbasa. Quezon City ako eh.
Paalala natin because that's actually tomorrow. We're gonna be in Donggalo at 9 o'clock. Tapos alas 2 nasa Villanueva tayo sa San Ginicio. Then sa Linggo nasa Baclaran Elementary School tayo ng alas 9. Alas 2 naman sa Linggo will be at Silverio in San Isidro. Magkita-kita tayo dyan.
Go. John Vance, pasa muna kay Leon Horda. Just checked in the ball game along with Rafi Rivas as we welcome you to the second period. Joe, Rafi, 2 points.
One of the things that will make Coach Tim smile a little bit bigger for so far is that maganda yung ball movement ng kanyang koponan so far.
Long rebound, ginawa rin Joe Vance, 2-point game here in the second period. Malyari to the Vance, extra pass to Rivas. Rivas spins but misses. Aranya says, okay, let's slow things down. No need to rush. Aranya kasama si Jordy, Gabe Norwood, Bo Belga, and Chris Chu. And Belga bulldozes his way inside. And he misses. Wala na kay PJ Simon. Here's PJ pulling up open shot. Oh. Belga sending the Honda back to Quezon City with that nudge.
I like the idea. I like what Alex Malyari did right there. Tinuro niya si PJ Simon, slow it down. Huwag tayo masyado nagmamadala. Call our play. We've actually had a lot of success when that ball has moved.
Here's Simon. Deep right corner. Rivas. To Malyari. Shot knocked down to 3. Malyari fires and scores!
Started out with him, nakahawak tatlo pang mga players, bumalik rin sa kanya. Yun yung gusto makita ni Coach Tim. Marami mga players nakakahawak ng bola.
Belga. Aranya. 6 to shoot. Aranya to Gabe. Gabe Norwood fires. Rebound para kay PJ Simon.
Shooting of rain or shine, especially from 3-point range, very sour so far. 1 out of 10 dito sa ating laro.
PJ, rain or shine Gunners having problems connecting.
Remember, their top gunner actually unavailable and won't be available for a while.
That's right, Jeff Chan out with a injured hand. With Derby to Aranya. Aranya. This move was anticipated perfectly by the Horda. Here's Rivas to Simon, and Simon will miss.
Not often do you see PJ Simon missing that shot, and actually missed it twice. Leon Horda, that's his area. Just in the paint, that lefty, good to go.
24-17, Sandy Coffee opening up a 7-point lead. Leading to this rain or shine timeout. So we'll take this break. Sandy Coffee on top. Coach Yeng Giao hoping to lead Rain or Shine to victory number 2 here in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. Hoping to do it at the expense of Sandy Coffee, which would definitely make a victory sweeter. In the meantime, let's go back to Jessica.
Nico, kasama ko ngayon si Jeff Chan. Jeff, pakita mo naman yung injury mo sa mga tao. Ano ba nangyari talaga sa practice and how long would it be out?
Na-jump to no, sa likod ni Bob. And accidental siya. So, nagpa-check up ako 2 weeks ago. Sabi ni Doc, mga 4 weeks.
So it's broken?
Yeah, fracture displaced. No? So, kailangan ibalik sa kung saan siya dapat.
Sabi ni Coach Yeng, hindi ka daw muna nila iisipin. So, during this time, how do you plan to stay in shape?
My next check-up ako this Tuesday, no? So after that, I think bigyan ako ni Doc ng go signal, you know, to do cardio and kung ano man. Siguro lift weights and then. So,
Okay, thank you so much, Jeff, guys.
I think more importantly, no thumb sucking for the next couple of days for Jeff Chan.
Huwag kasi ilalapit kay Bo. Kay Bo kasi tumama eh. Siguro kay TY siguro.
Hindi, doon nga ako nagulat na kay Bo tumama, na-fracture pa rin.
Dapat malambot.
Malambot yun eh.
Hindi sabi ni Aranya, nagsisitap na si Bo ngayon. So may abs na nga doon sa likod eh. Likod. Here's Gabe. Ronnie Matias. Hits it off the back.
This guy has given etong San Mig Coffee problems, especially in this venue. Nung naglaban sila, nung semifinals, ang ganda ng nilaro. Kakapasok pa lang, boarding pa kagad yung 3 points.
Which is so characteristic of Rain or Shine basketball na isa Rain or Shine, hindi na kauso yung tinatawag na magic hugot from the bench because with Rain or Shine, anybody can be that magical hugot from the bench. It could be Ronnie, it could be, some nights Jerby, some Chito Jaime pa eh.
Chito Jaime, well, he started today, right?
But he wasn't the magic starter. Not tonight. Chris Joe coming off the bench as well. Pasa, Ronnie, here's Gabe. Shot clock reads 12 for Rain or Shine, and Chris moves in, extra pass, Jeremy, ball fake, and knocks down the jumper.
Joe's been the magic bunot so far, although hindi siya pwede tawagin magic bunot eh. But what we can say is the moment pumasok siya, a lot of good things have been done by this man right here, and this is the guy that is shooting the ball at si Jeremy Cruz. 8 points so far para kay Jeremy. Did not start the ball game, and actually so far para kay Jeremy, 3 of 5, he's already got 3 rebounds.
You know this, when he takes shots from the time that he entered the game, kumpiyansa. Those are confident shots and good shots. Hindi yung mga pilit-pilit lang natira na tentative.
And well-deserved confidence because has to be said, it has to be his best season so far.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. We're nearing the halfway mark of the second quarter. Denzel to Malyari. Malyari connects.
Good sharp cut to that spot right there. And a good pass on the part of Denzel Bowles as well. Yun yung maganda kay Denzel Bowles eh. Alam niya na yung sistema eh. So alam niya kung saan siya titingin.
Jeremy grabs the rebound away from Denzel. There's Shundog na hindi na nga tumalong.
Pwede ba natin sabihin set layup? Kasi di ba yung set shot hindi na tumasay.
Follow up. Anyway, he's not a high flyer. I mean, he's not, hindi siya tinatawag na quote-unquote athletic. Although, for me, all athletes are athletic regardless what their style is. But, in the traditional sense, ayan, ito yung the Shundo family. Ayan na naman si Rivis. Boy tapik.
Can you imagine how many points he saved already for his team?
And he's just maximizing a rule that allows it.
Yeah. At kung ikaw yung nag-free throw, nakakainis yun Kasi nakikita mo na papasok na eh.
Agawa ka ng points eh.
Agawa ka ng points. See right here, because this ball is definitely on the way in, but it is allowed by the rules. What do? You always take advantage, or you make the rules work for you.
PJ. All stolen by Gabe Norwood. Here's T.Y. Tam. T.Y. That's his shot. His shot.
Alam mo na eh. Nung bumagal si T.Y. at Pueblo, he already knew that he was gonna go for that shot.
Because defenders would fly by. Lalagpas lahat yan and then leaves T.Y. open. Lagpas kalahati na tayo sa second quarter. We're tied at 26. Denzel will miss.
You know what I like about Shundog? Ang bilis niya mag-outlet ng bola. It allows his team to run.
T.Y. Kick out. Ronnie. T.Y. needs help. Loses the ball and PJ is all alone. Oh, he missed it. Trying to go for a nice back to the basket layup, pero nagdintes. Here's Ronnie Matias for 3. Can't get the bounce.
The box out the part of Rafi Rivas kaya hindi mabot ni Shundog yung bola.
Cagliari. Referee is Jervy.
Not a great shot on the part of Alex because you're probably thinking maaga yung tira na yun. But you can see that it was a confident shot and almost a heat check because most of the things that could go right has gone right for him offensively so far.
Larry Rodriguez is now part of this ball game para sa Rain or Shine. Joining Tang, Matias, Polly, and Shundog. And referee Romel Gruta, sensing na daming hawakan dun sa ilalim ng basket. He calls a third personal against Rivas. We have Yancy De Ocampo checking in for Joe Vance. Pingris coming in for Rafi Rivas. Paul Lee has the ball. Paul Lee to Larry. Larry got his own miss. And that shot is erased by Monster Ball.
He's a presence inside. That cannot be said. So pinalitan niya.
PY Tang for 3. 7 rebounds tonight for Denzel. The 4.5 remaining in the second period. We're still tied at 26. Ingris against Matias. That's an intense matchup. And if I'm PY, get out of the way. Huwag ka na makialam dyan.
But you gotta be smarter when you're running Matias. Alam mong babangkain ka ni Mark Pingris. So you wait. You fight the first time, then the second time you take the blow. Because you cannot, there's not a lot of people that are stronger than Mark Pingris when he's trying to back you down.
Take the blow or pull the chair.
Exactly.
Shundov against Yancy. Good save by Larry Rodriguez. Shot clock continues to run. 6 seconds to shoot. What will PY do? And
Put foul on the part of Yancy De Ocampo.
so third personal against Yancy De Ocampo. Jason mentioned penalty na Sammy Coffey. This will send Bruno Shundov to the free throw line.
And it's been a while since San McCoffey has gotten it going offensively. They had a 24-17 lead at about the 7-minute mark, and since then they've only scored 2 points.
Two for 2 para kay Bruno Shundov, and that gives Rain or Shine a 2-point lead, 28-26. 3:54 na natitira dito sa first half. We'll take this timeout. I could say that first 2 games ng Sandy Coffee medyo left a bitter taste in their mouth. Well, they lost both games.
Yeah, and you would expect, I think, better scoring from Joe Devans at 42%. That's not great, but that's not that bad. But 21% of 3 points only para naman kay Mark Barroca. That's something that wasn't expected, especially since they made a commitment that they were going to go with Mark Barroca. PJ Simon, a guy that shoots very well, close to 50% so far. So they're hoping to turn things around with their new import.
Jessica, what do you have for us?
Well, Miko, PJ was actually looking very good before the game. Nag-enjoy daw siya sa Subic kahit na natakot sa three-top adventure. And he's really hoping to bring his A game tonight. He didn't really provide any specific explanation for it, but we'll have to find out if he can get his usual performance from him tonight, guys.
I'm wondering if itong Sandy Coffee, because they spent several days trekking the jungles of Subic. Hindi ka napagod itong mga to. But it's a team building activity. It's supposed to be a refreshing activity as Larry Rodriguez gets the reverse layup.
But also, they have new pieces. These new pieces have to be inculcated into
So that's
other
why
than the system, to the friendship.
samahan. So that's why they needed to do that.
And maybe that's why they had to do that as well.
Timing pa, nakasama si Denzel Bolts. So sakto. And here's Denzel, and he misses. Rebound, Matias. Good pass, TY.
Things really have turned, Miko, since nabanggit natin kanina nung kalamangan was actually 24-17. From 24-17 down, Rain or Shine has had a 15-2 run since then.
It's really indicative of the impact of Rain or Shine's bench.
If the one thing is Rain or Shine's bench, and also this guy was sitting for most of that period. Again, naghahanap pa rin sila ng continuous scoring. When James Yap goes down, you see James Yap comes back. That's a nice move right here just to get enough separation. So we had some Alex Malyari scoring, a shot by Nahorda and a shot by Rivas. But other than that, I think that's when kinakailangan talaga na nandyan yung Denzel Bowles. Maybe because of the lineup that they have right now, maaring hindi pwedeng magsabay na pahinga si Denzel at saka si James.
What I like about Shundov is that he's very much willing to pass that ball to open teammates.
Willing to pass the basketball, and he has a good enough IQ. But the one thing that a lot of imports, Miko, have problems with when they come here is when they get doubled. At paano ipasa yung bola when they get doubled? He will get used to it eventually na dinodoble siya, and he will also know that all he has to do is turn around because he can look over these people. Sometimes when he passes the ball, he is fading away dahil nagugulat siya na may padating na isa pa. When you're fading away, hindi maganda yung pasa.
There's a double team on Shundov. To Paul Lee, shot knocked down to 4 to Larry Rodriguez. Oh, nice extra pass to T.Y. Tang. 3-second violation against Bruno Shundov, nullifying that shot by T.Y.
Yeah, looked pretty. It looked pretty, and but you can see Coach Tim was actually on the referee's ear already na sinasabi 3 seconds. Rain or Shine doesn't believe it.
Yes, Rain or Shine, how can you allow him to do that? Under 2 minutes na natitira here in the second quarter. James to Joe. Yancy over Shundov. Not a high-scoring game so far.
Not a high-scoring game. You see both teams very good defensively, and they've had that period, Nico, kung saan talagang hindi sila makakuha ng puntos. Rain or Shine sa simula, San Miguel Coffee dito naman sa bandang gitna.
Here's Larry Rodriguez, shot clock winding down. Bola pa rin ng Rain or Shine with a minute to go in the first half. Rain or Shine up by 2, 33-31. Paul Lee on the right side. Shundov, back to Paul Lee. Paul Lee for 3. Rebound, Shundov with Baroka trying to swipe that ball away. It's a foul according to the referee.
Yeah, trying to survive in San Miguel Coffee, having Denzel Bowles on the bench. But when you don't have a 6'10" guy on the floor and the other team has a 7-footer, it really spells trouble in terms of rebounding. Gotta be careful, I believe, with Denzel's minutes as well, no? Kaya natin although he's saying that he's fit, iba pa rin yung kakarating mo pa lang.
We're playing your first game back. Roca, James. Paul Lee really chasing James all over the court. T.Y. with another steal. Hesitation move all the way. Top shot. Sandy Coffee, they're now down by 5 points. They can write the last sentence of the second chapter.
Safe to say, T.Y. was the magic bunot for the second quarter.
It's a duty foul by T.Y. It's a foul they can give.
One thing that I'd like to see in the PBA is to actually instill the one foul you get into the penalty in the last 2 minutes, the same thing that we have in the fourth quarter.
Gusto mo lahat ng quarter?
Lahat ng quarter.
Why?
Because although it seems that you're penalizing the team that actually saved their timeouts, their fouls, it lengthens the game too much when you come into the final 2 minute or final play and you actually have 5 fouls to give.
But isn't that a reward for teams who do not? Suppose in theory, you play honest defense as we say hello. Our radio partners, 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, 96.3 Easy Rock at DZSR 918 Sports Radio with James Velasquez and the bombastic Barry Pasqua. And don't let your eyes fool you. Mas matanda si James kay Barry.
may problema pala ba ako? I just want to go to that point. So if you're saying yung penalize, but why do you penalize them in the fourth? Might as well just penalize them in the first 3 quarters.
That's a good point. Okay, not because kukunti foul mo, ibig sabihin as defense ka. You can play bad defense and not commit fouls.
And most of the time, the teams that actually don't foul are the teams that have given up more points.
Here's James over Shundov. An ambitious move, but it's unsuccessful. Rain or shine ends a low-scoring first half with the lead, 36-31. They were down by 7 points. They battled back. Like comebacks have been the theme dito sa PBA Friday inside the Mall of Asia Arena. So our halftime score is 36-31 in favor of Rain or shine. We'll be speaking with the Balikbayan. Comeback
OFW lane.
Comeback player for Salmi Coffee. You clamored for him to return, and so he has returned. Denzel Bowles is back in the Philippines, and he has played his first half of basketball after leading Salmi Coffee to a championship last year. Denzel, how does it feel to be playing again in the PBA?
It feels good to be playing again out here.
Denzel, just let us in on 2 things: your health and your fitness for the coming conference.
My health is getting there, and my fitness is okay. I just started playing again about a month ago, so I got to keep getting up and down, getting game shape, but I should be okay.
Well, Denzel, what should fans expect from you now that you're back with Sandy Coffee?
The same thing last year, and I just struggled in the first half with my shot, so I'm just going to pick it up in the second half and put the same thing I put on last year.
All right, thanks, Denzel, and good luck in the second half. Denzel Bowles leading Sandvig Coffee new just as the fans requested, and he's back. But so far, Rain or shine lamang dito, 36-31. We'll be back after the halftime break. Active Center next. Thank you to the guys, Active Center. Coach Ronnie Magsano kanira na tayo din. Meantime, we're back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Lamang Rain or shine 36-31 over Sandvig Coffee. Migo Alili with Jason Webb, and Jason, not a roaring first game for Denzel Bowles in his first game back.
He said he's just coming along. Sabi niya, health-wise, he's already there. Wala na. That probably means that he's pain-free. But also, sabi niya rin that he's getting into game shape. And it takes a while for a player to get into game shape. And also remember, nung naglaro si Denzel Bowles dito nung huling taon, he did not start very well. Unti-unti rin siya, nasanay siya doon sa laro ng kanyang koponan, nasanay rin siya on the things that he could get away with. Sometimes you need just to reinforcement of those things.
To be fair to Denzel, this is not a roaring game in total. in total, okay. Let's check out Denzel's highlights here. So he was really excited na maglaro muli para sa Sandvig Coffee, and here's Denzel. A highlight of his first half was that putback slam.
That putback slam, and also I also like that jump hook that he had. You look at the shot chart, 2 out of 9, only those 2 makes, and one thing na hindi pa natin nakikita mula kay Denzel Bowles. You remember he had a very respectable mid-range shot. Yung nandun out of the 3-second area, that was a jump hook. So that's something that we're going to see from him.
So he has 8 rebounds as he tried to help out Sandvig Coffee in the first half. Now we'll look at Rain or shine. And Rain or shine's trademark strength is that when guys come off the bench, and paiba-iba nga yung starting unit, normally talented players come off the bench for Yengyao.
Let's start off with Ronnie Matias, 3-pointer, off the backboard. Jervy Cruz, he came in and he was so solid kung pumasok siya. But don't forget about T.Y. Tang and the effort that he brought to this team, and all these three guys turned things around when San Mig Coffee actually already had a 7-point lead.
The bench mob of rain or shine in full effect. But Jason, how come we're having a low-scoring game?
Usually when you have a game by San Mig Coffee, it's usually a very low-scoring game, especially pag di sila makashoot. Because they're gonna make sure that they clamp down on you. And so far also this conference, scoring has been a problem para dito sa San Mig Coffee. You still go back, one of the players that really hurt para kay Coach Tinto was really the departure of the best player of the game earlier,
Josh
Urbistondo. Because nawawala yung isang player na pwedeng pumasok, and all of a sudden explode for 6 points in a minute, explode for 10 points in 2 minutes. Yun yung nawala sa kanila, and you hope that ang nangyayari dito is that they'll find guys that would do that. Maybe Alex Malyari, PJ Simon, that's expected from him, but it hasn't happened so far this conference, Rico.
Welcome to the second half. Again, Sandy Coffee in their blue uniforms and Rainer Shine in his immaculate white. Sandy Coffee starting the third quarter with Denzel Bowles, Wesley Gonzalez, Mark Baroka, James Yap, and Mark Pincus. Here's Denzel. Late pass intended for Pincus, bounces off the chest of Mark. Para naman sa Rainer Shine, Christian with Shundov, fires a Shundov 3. I tell you, if Shundov takes a 3, don't even challenge. What for? He's 7-3.
And in typical Rainer Shine fashion, it doesn't matter kung gaano kalaki ka o gaano kaliit ka. Pwede kang tumres.
Here's James, double team, half shot. Baroka fires. Denzel Bowles gets the offensive rebound. Bagong shot clock for Sandy Coffee.
May not be scoring that much, pero dito kay Denzel Bowles, nandun pa rin yung rebounding niya.
Pull up by James. 13 points tonight for James Yap to lead all scorers for Sandy Coffee. Here's Kinyan. Norwood. Here's Chu. That ball going around. It ends up with Shundov at the post. Here's Kinyan for 3.
See, even though that Skinyahan with a 3-point shot, it was a wide open look at lahat ng player, nakahawak ng bola doon.
Lots of time to shoot. Norwood spins.
Very lucky. Denzel wasn't called for a foul there.
Rainer Shine is so weird. Yung mga malalaki tumitira sa labas, yung maliliit yung rumi-rebound. Okay, what did both teams discuss at the halftime break? Let's all find out from Jessica.
Well, for SMC, they are trying to keep it basic, Nico. They did not expect Bowles to explode immediately in his first game. They're relying a bit on his familiarity with the team. Pero the coaches expect SMC to be a little bit more physical and that they could think their shots through a little bit more. So Rain or Shine naman, of course, Coach Yang is concerned about offense. He feels that they are lucky to be ahead with the way they've been taking their shots. Pero he is happy about their defense. Although pakiramdam daw niya, they're doing okay dahil lang naman Denzel Bowles is not playing at 100% cohesion with San Mig Coffee. Hirap daw sina Belga, sina Shundog na tapatan siya, guys.
Yeah, scoring. And that's, I suppose, for the Rain and Shine coaching staff, they also understand this is not the Denzel Bowles that will eventually perform in the succeeding games of San Mig Coffee.
On one end, Rainer Shine is hoping that ito na yung Bulls na perform. Pero sa kabilang dako naman, para sa San Mig Coffee, they expect him to get better as the season progresses.
Tim, aminado siya. You can expect a monster game agad-agad from Denzel. That's just being very pragmatic about it. James against Ibanez. Here's Wesley. Started the game for Sammy Coffee tonight. Wesley.
Miss Denzel Bowles. Denzel Bowles and Chris Chu underneath na bumabantay sa kanya. You have to be able to get it to the big man when he's being guarded by someone that's only 6 feet.
Lamang pa rin ang rain or shine. 41-33. Still in the early moments of the third quarter. No basket. No basket, says referee Romel Gruta. Foul against Wesley Gonzalez. First personal against Wesley.
Difficult time para sa Sandwich Coffee dito. You can see that at this point on the floor, Rain or Shine is the more cohesive team that we can see. So this is a period in which they have to survive until they find a five that actually would play together.
This with a miss. So 41-33, Sammy Coffee still trailing here in the ball game. Ingris to Denzel Bowles. 10 to shoot. It's Denzel against Kinyahan. No basket para kay Denzel and another rebound for Shundov. He has 10 rebounds tonight.
Nakakatuwa si Sundog rebound eh. Pag-rebound niya sa chest na lang bumabagsak yung bola eh.
Just need a jump and a drive para kay Chris.
And here you can see Rain or Shine. Naitulak na nila yung kalamangan with their biggest lead of the game. It's already moved up to 10 points. Not a lot of players closing up that driving lane. Allows Chris Chu to go all the way.
You know how hearts flutter every time Chris Chu scores. Yung parang halong sigaw at tili. I mean, it used to be like that when you high school.
At pag pinapad ko si Chris Chu.
Naglalaro ka ng araw. I'm sure you can relate to the... Hindi.
Tayo.
Kuwait naman kayo sa Subel, di ba?
Oh, pero
Nakaka-fans club dun?
Oh, meron. Pero sa third sex. para sa Ateneo lang yan.
Touché. 8 minutes remaining here in the third.
Much better job on the part of Sunwig Coffee. Nakita na nagkaroon ng switch. Wait, there's a mismatch. Go to that mismatch. Force the opponent to make a mistake.
Anyway, Alex Malyari is back in the ball game. Here's Simon, handoff Joe. Denzel. A double team on Bowles. Oh, somehow he scored. His first basket in the second half.
Gotta go back on transition. Very frustrating for Sunwig Coffee. Dalang hirap nung ginawa nilang puntos. Pero ang bilis bumalik ng Rain or Shine.
Ball will stay with Sandig Coffee. It's a foul against Chris Chu. Third personal against Chris.
This is a real good shot on the part of Denzel Bowles. Nakahanap pa ng paraan. But you know what? You gotta go back on defense. You gotta sprint back. You don't sprint back, other team sprints back. Just negates the 2 points that you had.
Oh, that will be the fourth personal against Chris.
Yeah, too quick para kay Chris Chu. He's having a problem with Alex Malyari's quickness.
11-point game. Naghahabol ang Sandig Coffee here in the third. Shot clock reads 6. Joe. Yancy. Who's to shoot?
Doesn't know.
Yancy has to make a move. Oh, not in time.
Two things. One thing that we mentioned earlier, naghahanap ng lima that will work together si Coach Tim Con. You look at the 5 on the floor. This is already a completely different 5 that started this quarter. Next, kita mo na second time already that we've seen them have the shot clock go down on them. One of the things that is also questionable right now compared to last season, yung huli nag-champion ang Rain or Shine, is who's the leader on the floor?
And the Shundov family celebrating that move by Big Daddy Bruno. And it's now a 48-35 game in favor of the Alasto Painters. Rain or Shine taking control of the third. Last Alaska.
Huge game.
New import for Ginebra, Vernon Macklin, will make his debut in it. And ito, kilalanin natin ang ating mga ulala, mahal ng masa, fans of the day. Enjoying the ulala tonight.
Just quickly regarding that Ginebra game against Alaska, we hear that locals very excited with their new import.
Vernon.
D-Mac.
Interesting that Ginebra and Sandy Coffee are in the same boat. Hoping that new imports will help them get their first victories here in the Commissioner's Cup.
I would have thought that both teams would actually be nandun sa ilalim, bottom of our standings, and then yung Barako Bull nandun sa ibabaw.
Guys like Barako, they're scoring come from behind wins like it's nothing. Foul on Shundov here.
The ball movement and all that cutting that happens, and the good screens that leads to a good shot on the part of Joe Devance. I was actually thinking, or I had an inclination that Joe Devance would actually have a good game today, because the last time na naglaban tong dalawang team na to was actually, I believe, in this venue as well, and Joe was very upset at the performance of his team there.
I'm probably looking at the score. This is a low-scoring game. Miss Bacana is now in the ball game for Sandy Coffee. Laban kay JR Kinyan is third. Here's Denzel. Good swipe by Jare Ibanez. Ibanez is on the move. Ibanez! He was fouled. Rain or Shine, the Rain or Shine bench asking for a goaltending violation.
They're not going to get it, but you know where it starts, on the defensive end. You play good defense, and what kind of defense do you play? Good team defense. Tulungan, not one player can usually stop a player one-on-one. Let's see if they should get this. They're pretty close.
So 2 free throws for Jaire. He makes the first. And he's about to take the second. 2 for 2. That will make it a 50-37 game para sa Rain or Shine. Half and a half on the titira in the third. Bacana to Joe. Alley-oop.
Yes, good movement on the part of Joe. Nakita niya, ilang screen dinaanan niya, and then nakita niya nakatalikod yung player niya na bumabantay sa kanya, and just move behind him.
Yan. And Gabe Norwood for 3.
Wei T.Y. Tang should be able to get that basketball.
Look out. Oh, he got it. That was a potential alley-oop.
You look at this game, at ang mapapansin mo kaagad that Rain or Shine, energy-wise, lamang dito sa San Miguel Coffee. And if they do not, if San Miguel Coffee is not able to match that energy, it's going to be very difficult for them to get the victory over Rain or Shine. And there is that air, it almost seems like there is an air of confidence when it comes to Rain or Shine pagkalaban nila yung San Miguel Coffee.
Yung classic term, yung kontrapelo.
Kontrapelo. At iba yung iba yung natatalo mo sa serye. Iba yung kumpiyansang dinadala mo. Pagbihis mo pa lang, papunta ka sa venue.
In other words, napapaisip na yung kalaban. How will we beat this team? Hindi natin matalo-talo itong team ito for whatever reason.
And you're thinking maybe Denzel Bowles will be the one to be able to do that, but he hasn't been able to really put a stamp on this game yet.
Should people be patient with Denzel?
Of course, yes. I mean, you have the guy that led you to a championship. You have to think that it's just but right na makabalik siya dito to be able to help his team defend their crown. Mahirap lang para sa San Miguel Coffee Mixers. They put themselves in a hole by starting out so poorly this conference. The one thing that you don't want to do is come in 7 and 8. Kasi kalaban mo yung 1 and 2, twice to beat pa yung kalaban mo.
4:34 na natitira in the third. That's a good look at Bruno Shundov. Referee is babalik sa laro for Sammy Coffey.
Sino mas bata, siya o si Vic Pinisi?
Between Bruno and Mick. Si Mick na lang sabihin ko kasi mas nakakausap ko si Mick. Hindi ko pa naman nakakausap si Boss Bruno eh. Pakana to Joe.
So like this matchup.
Yep, advantage Joe Devance against Ibanez. Here's Pakana. Flips it over to Denzel. Here's Joe. Joe for 3. No go. Gabe Norwood fires and scores! That's a 3.
And para kay Gabe Norwood, the thing there is keeping the confidence. He's missed probably 3 already, at minimum 2. But you saw when he got that basketball, kasado pa rin kaagad at may kumpiyansa pa rin.
Under 4 minutes na natitira in the third quarter. It's all rain or shine so far in the second half. PJ Simon for 3. Sammy Coffey has just struggled with their outside shot, while rain or shine is just running and gunning here in the third.
They're the quicker team, rain or shine at this point, because Sunmig Coffee, they're doing things, they're not doing the things that is necessary to win. One of the things, contest those open looks and to go down defensive. You see Gabe Norwood right there, first to the loose ball, T.Y. Tang, first down the court, Jaire Ibanez. Simple recipe for a team to be successful.
Sammy Coffey now finding themselves trailing huge dito sa mga natitirang bahagi ng third quarter na a lot of the members of the Sunmig Planet have been stunned with the developments tonight. Mainit na strikes at goals ang muling bibida sa Barclays Premier League. Pabanderang Manchester City laban sa hindi magpapatalo na Chelsea sa February 25, 5 p.m. Here on Active. Long climb back in this game begins for Sammy Coffey. It's a foul laban kay JR Kenyan. His assignment really is to make life miserable for Denzel Bowles.
And he has partly succeeded, or you might even say succeeded in a great way, dahil hindi naman natin masyado nararamdaman pa yung scoring ni Denzel.
At least the idea as Bo Belga returns to the game, the idea is Denzel is supposed to be worlds apart from Matt Rogers. In other words, talagang dapat night and day yung pagkakaiba ng performances nila.
I think Denzel on a bad day could still be better than Matt Rogers.
Fine.
But that's a great name though, Matt Rogers.
Ano yun, no? Pang TV series.
Pa-artista.
The Adventures of Matt Rogers. Wala may alam na, bro. You have to be like above 40 to know who
Hindi naman.
napakatupid si Matt. Buck Rogers. Ano yan dating Space Age na TV series tong araw. You can Google if you want. Here's Baroka. Baroka firing away.
That's a foul. Yes, that's an easy foul. Good call by the referees. It did take a while, but actually inipit ni Bo Belga ito si Denzel Bowles.
That's another missed outside shot for Sammy Coffey. They've had problems hitting outside shots the whole night. 58-41. Lamang. The tall test. Siyempre si Bruno Shundov, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Siguro may mga assist pa yan. Si Shundov because he's been consciously passing the ball to teammates. May 3-point shots pa.
You know, he only has one assist, Miko, but you know what it is? He has a lot of hockey assists. Una sa kanya nang gagaya yung bola tapos gumagalaw.
Okay, Jessica's more on Bruno.
Dito actually kasama ko ngayon ang asawa ni Bruno, si Mirella. She's very beautiful, and she has some insight to tell us about how Bruno has been liking the Philippines and playing here so far.
Oh, he's loved it. You know, he's been here like a month before we came, so he has been Skyping every day. Like, it's so beautiful. The team is so great, the coach and the owners and everything. So you should definitely come. So we listened to the advice, so we came.
All right, and you're here with your 2 kids.
Yes.
You guys have traveled so much. How do you like the Philippines so far?
We loved it. I wish we had chance like to see more around the Philippines and everything. But now since his schedule is booked so every day, so I hope we will stay after the season and visit like all the islands around.
I hope you do, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you, Mirella. Nico?
Ako may suggestion ako dyan. Anong
Galit ako eh. Bakit ka galit?
Wow!
There. Galit ako kay Jessica eh.
Why?
Hindi niya tinanong yung pinaka-importanting tanong.
Ano yung pinaka-importanting tanong?
May kapatid ba yan si Mirella? Wala ba kapatid yan?
Baroka. Swipe by Aranya, and there's another inner side fast break.
Too many fast breaks. Well, it's a layup win sa puntong ito para sa rain or shine. This lead has just ballooned to 20 points.
Oh, what a third quarter onslaught para sa rain or shine Elastopitters. They're doing it on defense. Mga tapig-tapig, getting steals, running, scoring on layups. Now, we're checking on James Yap. Jessica, anong balita kay James?
Well, napansin na nga natin no, nawala siya kanina. They actually just brought him back. Kinailangan daw nila ng kama para i-stretch ang kanyang right hip flexor. Kahapon daw sa practice, medyo nanikip at naramdaman niya ulit. Pero it's nothing to worry about. They'll just keep on stretching it para malusen. And for you guys, next time I talk to Bruno, I'll try to find out if his wife has any sisters, guys.
Really?
Kala ko si Bruno yung tatanungin may mga kapatid. Ano yung lalahian para matatangkad ang mga Pilipino?
But here's James. So as Jessica reported, James needed to limber up a bit in the locker room, but he's okay. He's good to go. He's on the floor. And susubukan niya. Susubukan niyang tulungan na San Nicola to bounce back in this game. They're down by 20 big points here in the third quarter. You know what you say, traveling against Denzel.
It's a defense, Miko, para sa rain or shine ngayon. And if you're San Mig Coffee, you've got to have pride. The last time these two teams met, you have to say that they were totally outplayed by itong rain or shine in that series. And right now, you don't want this team to be thinking na, eto, ano to, kumbaga, palagoong namin, yung lagi namin kinakaya-kaya.
We own you. Yeah, parang ganun. A psychological edge. Oh, overshoots. Rebound. Aranya.
Ryan's had a good game. He's got a rebound. He's got a points as well. But all around, para sa rain or shine, ang dami nilang nagtutulungan to be able to have this 20-point lead.
Now we'll be seeing Lester Alvarez for the first time tonight, replacing Baroka. Jeremy connects. You know, Tim has used all his point guards. From Mark to Alex to Pacana to Lester Alvarez.
Gotta wonder how much that trade eventually is hurting them.
You're referring to Joshua Bistondo and Jonas
Yes,
Villanueva.
both of them. One thing that you have to remember, you've got to send people back and get people on transition because ngayon, bumababa na lang yung rain or shine na layup sa kabilang side.
I'm looking at Tim. He's smiling and he's shaking his head. I'm pretty sure he's not smiling because he's happy. That's pretty much a smile out of exasperation. And that smile is no longer on his face. Talking with Joe Devance right now.
You know, the thing is sometimes when you run their system, there's a time in which that point guard actually goes to the corner. When the guy is in the corner, the guy on top has to be able to go back defensively.
I think may confusion as to who should be taking free throws.
I don't think it's I like this idea. Look at the tape. But you know what? If you're the guy that called that foul, you should know kung sino yung final niya.
Okay, so they've sorted it out. It's Lester Alvarez.
It cannot be Lester Alvarez, I believe, because Lester Alvarez was on the side. The foul happened away from play.
That's what TY is explaining.
Yeah, but it wasn't Lester Alvarez. The referee saying that he elbowed, see, Jervy elbowed someone. Lester had the basketball at that time. You know what? Hati na lang.
Well, you know what? Rain or shine shouldn't go bananas about it because they're up big. So, life moves on.
At saka isa lang naman na shoot ni Lester.
Oh, kaya nga. Okay, here's Belga with a fake. Belga, pasa, Aranya. Aranya's been solid tonight. Missed that time. Rebound para kay Denzel Bowles. James. To Denzel. What is Bo doing? What is that? Is he boxing out Denzel? Athletic si Bo,
Athletic. Natakot lang ako baka hindi makaplay ng dumiretso sa atin eh.
Hindi, ready na ako i-save ka.
Paano?
Oh, hindi talaga. I was going to sacrifice my body just to save you and all your constituents.
Dahil may barangay active pa kami bukas eh.
Marami malulungkot sa barangay active. That's the end of the third, and then this third quarter was absolutely owned. No matter rain or shine, Elasto Penders. Ginawa nila sa depensa, ginawa nila sa opensa. They scored layups, they scored outside shots, pretty much did everything right in the third. Kaya naman ang score is 66-45 in favor of ROS. We'll be back with the fourth. But somehow, this rain or shine team, meron silang kakaibang agimat laban sa BBMig and now San Mig Coffee. It's just, they just know what buttons to push and ano yung mga kailangan gawin when they face San Mig.
The last two series na naglaban tong dalawa, won by Coach Yeng Giao. But you know what? It's gonna take a while before this is an actual rivalry, and it becomes a rivalry when it actually goes two ways already. Kailangan masaktan din ng rain or shine, or rather ng San Mig Coffee ang rain or shine sa isang serye para malaman rin ng rain or shine that, you know, how it feels.
Lester Alvarez for three. Again, that outside shot has been a problem para sa San Mig Coffee tonight.
So far for the San Mig Coffee, what are they? 1 and 9 from 3-point range.
BJ has been quiet.
BJ, napakatahimik on offense.
James has
tapered down after scoring in sa first
he
half.
scored 11 in the first half, only 2 points so far here in the second half.
And as a whole, Miko, yung opensa ng San Mig Coffee just not there. They touched 17 in the first quarter, and that was already their best scoring quarter. Pagkatapos on 14 sa second, 14 sa third. Now it really hurts if you only score 14 and then you don't play good defense.
Nita, that was good defense by Georgie Cruz. Fakes, he drives, he's fouled, and he will take two.
Probably has the best plus minus of all the rain or shine players. Every time he's been on the floor, maganda yung mga nakuha ng Coach Yeng mula sa
And if you were cheering for Jervy when he was in college, you'd be ecstatic with how he's playing right now. Jessica, ano pinag-usapan sa San Mig Coffee timeout?
Well, hinihingi ni Coach Tim ang pasensya from his players. He wants them to let the defense work. He wants them to stay connected with each other, stay connected with the game, at huwag manggigil sa lamang ng Rainers.
On Sunday.
It doesn't get any easier for these guys.
Did you see what Talking-Tex did to Global Port?
Yes.
That was second half evisceration. That's in the third and fourth quarter. Kahit na yung import nila si Kit Benson, mukhang kailangan magkape. Ano ba? Itsura niya just looks so low-key. But it's very effective. Very effective. DY throws the ball away. Otherwise, he's played a solid game. James, hijacked by Aranya.
But again, the defense able to recover para sa rain or shine.
Low to Jervy, and that's another layup, Jason. There's a lot of layups para sa rain or shine ngayong gabi.
Layup drills, and it's all coming from transition. And these layups are uncontested because either walang bumaba o mas marami ang bumaba para sa rain or shine.
Here's James from the corner. At this point, you need to enumerate for San Mig Coffee fans, especially the ones who just tuned in. Ano yung mga naging problema ng San Miguel Coffee tonight? Or nagiging problema?
You have to look at their offense, and they have to find a way to actually move the basketballs and to get those easy baskets. And on the flip side, defensively, this is probably one of the worst I've seen San Miguel Coffee defensively, because this is a team that makes you work. At sa araw na to, the only person that made pinagtrabaho nila is the guy that is putting the points up on the board, because ang dami ng layup na binigay.
It's by Aranya. 9 minutes to go in the fourth and final quarter. Denzel. Basket is good, and he will have a bonus free throw.
Try to slowly inch in is the San Miguel Coffee team. Might be an opportunity here. Nothing against the guys that are coming in para sa Rainer Shine, but you might be thinking, if you're the rest of the players, na, uy, this is a done deal. Kasi inubos na lahat ng player, pinaglaro na lahat eh.
So Jonathan Uiloan and the multitude of Uiloners.
Pag Uiloners, mag-isa ka lang nun.
Bakit? Loner. Anyway, marami sila. So now, we're really paying attention to this game. Jonathan is fired of the story. Matias to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will miss. Rebound by Joe Devan.
Yeah, they're 2 baskets away from making this a ball game. Speaking of San Miguel Coffee.
Rodriguez just closes the door of PJ Simon.
Alam mo, ang ganda ng depensa ng Rainer Shine sa ilalim. One of the reasons, nabanggit mo kanina, there's no outside shooting and there's not enough ball movement when the San Miguel Coffee goes around. Sayang, because in the first quarter, they were actually moving the ball quite well.
Here's Matias. Nice pass for Rodriguez, but he missed it. Matias again, but then he gets stripped off the ball by Lester Alvarez. Here's Malyari. Pasa kay Bowles. Steal by Paul Lee. This will be another layup for Rainer Shine.
You know what's sad? I'm looking at Rainer Shine, and when I look at them, it seems that they've already put this on third gear. They're on third gear, but ito San Miguel Coffee, they're still unable to actually cut into this lead.
Malyari for 3. That has been the theme. One of the themes of San Miguel Coffee is just a big crowd from Rainbow Country.
Big crowd from Rainbow Country, and then just an effort, all-around effort outside of that as well, Nico, rebounding, and hate to keep on bringing it up, just defensively.
Rainer Shine, they're poised to get win number 2 if they manage to hold on.
Not really a lot of points on the board for Rainer Shine, but then it's been a lot of those points have been easy points,
Uncontested points. With Belga, 1-on-1 against Denzel Bowles.
Sabi niya, kaya ko to. Ang dami kong bowls na kinakain sa araw-araw. Kainin ko na ito bowls.
Bowl surprise.
Bowls pala ah. Alam ba walang bowls ang kinakain ko araw-araw? May pang bowls yan, Brad. Ito yan, nanunupalpal yan. Yung isa nagpapalaki lang ng tiyan.
Hindi ah. Bulang siya ni Bo ah.
Hindi. Pag maraming white rice, pag brown rice, hindi nakakalaki ng tiyan.
Ba't ako?
Bakit ikaw? Brown rice na yan?
Oh! Hindi na ako naniniwala na Of course, I don't blame Yes, I blame
No, I think DOH.
Hindi, healthy yun na. Healthy ang brown rice. Kasi magalit sa akin Brown Rice Association of the Philippines eh. Okay, 6:34 remaining here. To be very realistic about it, doesn't seem that Sandy Coffee might have the one last push.
Yes, and it's also a disinterest to actually make that push as well, because you can see when teams are trying to make that push, nawala para sa San Miguel Coffee ever since they blew that 7-point lead.
Here's Malyari. Also hard to make that last push if you're not making outside shots. Alvarez. in a way, while we're impressed with what Rain or Shine is doing here, you have to feel bad also for San Coffee because they were so excited to have Denzel back. Then galing sila Subic for I'm sure was a very fun team building session, no, with all the guys and the coaches and Denzel. And I'm pretty sure they were excited to enter the Mall of Asia Arena, excited to play this game and get back on the winning track, and then this happened.
It's very difficult to say press the panic button, but let's just say there is a lot of concern in that camp because they have not been in any of the games that they've played in the entire conference. They have been blown away by all the teams that they played against. You can say, hindi, bago na i-import ngayon. Yes, but still, import only accounts for what, maybe about 20, 30, 40% of your output. You can still have a chance to be in the game, but we haven't seen them in most of the games. They've been blown out.
Nagpaskalado na tayo sa fourth quarter. Pakana with a wild shot is Jonathan Uilon. Jonathan had to go all the way. Send the puting bola kay Malyari. Here's Malyari getting a lot of minutes in this game, and he missed it. Meron siyang 2 free throws. Going back to the third quarter, Rain or Shine outscored San Coffee 30-14.
Look at this. Combination of fast break points and turnover points in that quarter para sa Rain or Shine. 21. Para sa San Coffee, 1. Those 21, it would be safe to assume maybe about 16 of those points came from layups.
It's 2 for 3. Yes, sir!
It almost feels like they're not missing that guy right there, Jeff Chan.
Alam mo yung San Coffee na wala ng Jeff Chan because they came from the outside. Malyari gets the layup. Under 5 minutes and natitira here in the fourth and final quarter. Chris Chu again!
You know, when you look at Chris Chu, he's a guy that probably likes plays a lot of park ball. Kasi pag nakashoot ng isa, siya ulit natitira.
He check it. Meantime, Malyari. Malyari showing the repertoire. What he can do for San Coffee. 82-54, Rain or Shine in complete command of this ball game. Here's J.R. Kinyahan for 3. Stay tuned, we still have active center right after this game with Aaron Atayde and Coach Ronnie Magsanok. In the meantime, timeout muna tayo. Rain or Shine still ahead of 82-54. Denzel Bowles, his first game back as San Coffee's import. 12 points, 4 out of 12 from the field. How do you explain the 8 turnovers? Just credit Rain or Shine's defense. Is it naninibago ba si Denzel or a combination of both?
Combination of both. Sabi nga niya, di ba? He has not had a lot of time to play, but also there is that air in which or persona in which pag nakikita si Denzel na parang siguro ano to, siya yung mag-dominate. But for most of last year, he was good and he was just happened to be better in close situations. So it's very difficult for you to go to him na parang balon, punta ka ng punta doon.
Yeah, because you know, if people remember yung campaign ni Denzel, una pa nga eh.
Parang baka mauwiin pa.
Oh, yung mga first, I think first 2-3 games,
Yes.
we were kind of iffy about him. I think we were examining his maturity.
Yes.
But then he grew. I mean, he grew, I guess emotionally and then I guess basketball-wise through that conference. So you're right. It's not like day one pa lang nung huling conference dito. He was dominating from the very start.
Kaya mahirap rin hingin biglang pagdating niya dito, ano yung huli niyang nilaro? Yung
Yung overtime ng Game 7.
hindi naman pwede.
He was such a beast nung overtime of Game 7.
But remember, he was a beast because there were no more big men.
Wala na import ng token.
Wala nang import, wala nang ibang malalaki ng token text nun. But he is a very good complement. He was a very good complement to the players that they had in that championship run. But now it seems they're going to have to expect a little bit more from him because of the new lineup that they have now.
Interception by Pakana. Here's Malyari. Malyari firing again from 3. Three-point conversion for Sanmig Coffee.
But things to build on for Sunmig Coffee. You have Alex here. You're letting him play some minutes here. And he's going to need his confidence because you're going to need some offense. And when you look at skill set wise, he's a very good candidate.
Acrobatic move by Chris. And I think a female fan just fainted.
Depende yan. Pag umabot na ng mga 8 points yan, isa-isa rin. Pag 10,
pag nag-double digits, crisis na.
parang yun nangyari na kay Abby. Hindi ko kaya ulitin yun.
Ako rin, hindi ko kaya. Hindi kaya ng powers ko. Jonathan, swipe. Pakana's getting steals here, and Wesley Gonzalez scoots in.
And then, that's what you call
Uy, natanggal yung sapatos ni Jonathan.
a move that got him off of the shoes.
He's too fast for his own shoes. Tie your shoelaces properly. Pero siyempre, dun sa kampo ng Rainer Shine, they're in high spirits because ito na naman, nakaisa na naman sila Sanmig Coffee. And they have this humongous lead. They're cheering Jonathan Uiloan who's on the line. I'm pretty sure someone will... Uy! Oh! Ayan ha! Oh, kanina pa naghihintay yan na magamit niya yung banner niya. I'm pretty sure someone will tweet Active Center, something related to the Uiloners.
Pero pag tinagalog mo yan, ano ibig sabihin nun?
Ano?
Pautang.
Pakana off the glass, no go, and Larry Rodriguez with the rebound. So again, so looking ahead, this Sanmig Coffee team will now have to regroup prepare in a day and prepare for token text on Sunday. As I think three girls just fainted.
May nalaglag.
May nalaglag inside the Mall of Asia Arena.
May nalaglag sa sahig. Alam niyo na kung ano yun kung nanood kayo ng Active Center. Going back to Sanmig Coffee, there are problems right now, especially with the record that they have and having to face token text pagkatapos nun.
Now what about Rainer Shine? They look steady. With Bruno Shundov, like you said, the fact that nandito yung pamilya ni Bruno, that means he knows that the franchise is confident with him.
Yes, and they have that one loss. This was actually a huge game for both teams. Dahil kung natalo dito yung Rainer Shine, there would be questions on their team as well.
Yeah.
But the dominance na pinakita nila dito, makikita natin ngayon that they still can be up there as one of the elites.
Maybe, Bruno as an import, could be a very good fit for them. Let's check our Presto and Cool under pressure play, brought to you by Presto and Coolant. Prevents overheating, works better than water alone, now in a cool new packaging featuring Bruno Shundo. Is that a guy who, there's the Shundo family? Is that hindi natin alam kung may kapatid ng mas bata.
Wala ba?
Sorry, I don't have that information for you. I wish I had, but I don't. But yun na nga, they're ecstatic. The Rainer Shine fans are jubilant because ang pakiramdam nila, solid na naman sila dito sa Commissioners.
This is a team that went to the finals.
Wala pang Jeff Chan yan, ha?
Yes, in the Philippine Cup.
Oh.
And then the knack on this team has always been, saan ka pupunta pag crunch time? because they do not have a legitimate low post guy na malaki na kailangan na mag-ano ng double. Now that they have Shundog, you know, it's the same formula as what they used in the Governor's Cup.
Foul on Chris Pacana. We only have 47.5 seconds remaining. Can't say enough about yung balanced attack ng Rain or Shine. I mean, just it is nearly impossible to predict on a game-to-game basis sino ang gagawa. And that's not just a problem for you and me. It's a problem for all the teams.
Yeah, that's the main problem for the opponents because although you can scout everyone, the problem is you don't know yung spikes ng laro ng isang player from scoring maybe 0 to the next day 16. Ang hirap nun.
Guys who played solid for Rain or Shine tonight, especially the guys off the bench.
Yeah, Jervy,
Aranya,
Chris was solid in the fourth.
DY played well.
Larry Rodriguez as well. But even more importantly, when they came in, nakascore sila, pero inibin nila yung kultura defensively because they were so aggressive defensively.
Gen Yao is on the floor.
Yes, yeah, Coach Yang has a big foot right here because you call fouls as fouls. And Uiloan was just destroyed underneath. It's almost like a referee said, okay, we want to finish this game, but at the same time, you call a foul on the other end, so you're still willing to call foul. And this is more Coach Yang being upset because bad things can happen when you just want to finish the game as referee.
So he's protecting his players.
Yes, he's protecting his players, and he's protecting. So you can see that's a foul right there. That's a nice forearm shiver right there. This maybe you can get away with this, but you know, right there, that's another hard foul. And you don't allow hard fouls. And I'm sure that Uiloners, which is alone as usual,
No,
he was
marami
very
sila,
upset.
yes.
Hindi, yung dito kasi kailan nakahiwalay sila eh.
But so that ends the ball game. Just a commanding performance for Rain or Shine. 93-65 final score here. Rain or Shine just refusing to give Sammy Coffee any chance in the second half, leading to that just dominant final score. And so many players to choose from, really. They're balanced attack eh.
Tulungan para sa Rain or Shine, but we had to choose a guy that actually turned things around nung pumasok siya, and he was so effective tonight.
And you know, and this man continuing his great season so far. Our best player of the game is Jervy Cruz. Jervy!
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes sir. Parang tinutuloy mo lang yung maganda nilaro mo nung huling conference. Ganun pa rin ngayong conference.
Oo, kailangan kasi maliliit kami. So, yun, kailangan namin mag-extra effort, hard work.
Jervy, yung parang pagkalaban niyo yung Sunmig Coffee, yung dating BMEG, iba yung kumpiyansa ninyo pag kinakalaban niyo sila. Meron na ba itong pakiramdam na alam nyo ang dapat gawin para talunin ang Sunmig Coffee?
Siguro nakakachamba lang kami.
Chamba ba yun? Chamba puro ka-shoot dito sa MOA pagkalaban sila.
Swerte lang.
Okay, Jervy, I'm pretty sure that lahat ng pinag-usapan yung pagbabalik ni Denzel Bolts. Paano niyo ba pinaghandaan si Denzel Bolts tonight?
Yun nga, yung mga locals namin kami, talagang nagduwabo kami sa kanya kasi yun nga, mga shooting, may shooting siya, tapos matangkad rin.
So like, ano yung defensive instructions sa inyo kay Denzel? Double team ba yan?
Double team lang, double team lang.
Okay, so, chamba. Hindi ako niniwala sa'yo. Jervy, sige, batiin mo lahat ng mga Jervylicious fans.
Binabati ko na yung family ko, si Kat, si Daniel, yung papa ko nasa Brunei, yung kuya ko, sa yung mama ko, yung mga fans namin sa Rain or Shine, saka si Mami Yu, saka yung sa relatives ko sa Nueva Ecija, saka sa Balanga, Bataan. So yun.
Tsaka Ghost eh.
Ghost eh. Ayun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jervy Cruz and the rest of the Elasto Painters winning by a mile, 93-65. over San Mig Coffee. And wow, rain or shine, impressive once again. Final score, 93-65. San Mig Coffee's next game. Walk in text on Sunday. For Jason Webb, Jessica Mendoza, I'm Migo Alili saying good night from the Mall of Asia Arena Active Center. Next.